and they shall afflict them 400 years.
How long black people been in America?
400 years.
How long we been slaves here?
400 years.
Man, our slavery is depicted in the Bible, man. Our slavery was a prophecy in the Bible. They ostracized Kanye West and Kyrie Irving for coming out saying they're the Jews of the Bible. You understand? For a reason. And guess what? This same thing was happening back then. Read that when you got it, Baba Kashab.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbaths or ancient feasts.
Man, what did it say? Read it again.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts.
Man, today is the Sabbath day. Everybody go to church on Sunday like that's supposed to be a holy day. That's the beginning of the week. That's not the rest day. The real rest day is Saturday. And back then, we was under these Greeks, when we was under Alexander, you understand? We was under Antiochus, you know what I'm saying? Epiphanes, what's his name? What's the other generals? And Ptolemy and all these different generals, we wasn't able to keep the feast days. We wasn't able to keep the Sabbath day. And the same thing goes for the day. That's why people go to church on Sunday thinking they worshiping God, thinking that's the Sabbath day. The real Sabbath day is Saturday. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Black people wasn't allowed to do what?
Profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Hispanics wasn't allowed to do what?
Profess himself at all to be a Jew.
When we was under the Greeks, under Alexander, we wasn't allowed to say we was Jews anymore.
Right.
You know why? Because we had to take on the culture of them. We had to take on the culture of the Greeks and the Romans. It's the same thing in America. You ain't allowed to say that you a Jew. You ain't allowed to say that you an Israelite. Right. You understand? And that's why Kyrie Irving and Kanye West is being ostracized and blackballed and bamboozled, because if you come out and say that, guess what? If you got a following and you rich, guess what? Black people gonna follow you.
That's right.
They gonna look into what you saying, like, damn, what Kanye West say? What Kyrie Irving say? We the real Jews? Let me look into this. Kyrie Irving tweeted a book called From Hebrews to Negroes, and they said he was anti-Semitic, man. Guess what? Black people can't be anti-Semitic. You know why? Because we come from Shem also.
Right.
That's what you don't understand. And you know what I'm saying? Can't be Shemitic because we come from Shem also. But you don't understand that. You understand? But it say, read it again, but we wasn't allowed to do what?
Or profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Look, we couldn't even say we was Jews. Black people, Hispanic, we couldn't say we was Jews under the Romans, under the Greeks, under America, man. You know why? Because they're the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? And now what you do voluntarily today, when you classify yourself to be a Christian, you do this right here, man. You understand? When you become a Christian or a Muslim, you make yourself a second-class citizen. You understand? And that's what the Greeks wanted black people to do. They wanted you to throw your culture away and take on their culture. And that's why you don't know who you is no more. You don't know you God's chosen people no more because of Christianity. You know, because of white supremacy, man. You understand? Is there any more on that?
Nah, that was it, sir.
Let me get Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. And we gonna get, cause look at the people that told Kanye West and Kyrie Irving that they was anti-Semitic. They the real anti-Semitic people.
That's right.
You understand? They the real, and they hate black people.
Right.
That's why you can make a song of telling the truth, and they gonna take it off every platform known to man. But guess what? You able to make songs talking about black people killing each other, black women twerking, you can make all these songs about the destruction of black people, and guess what? YouTube will never take it down. Right. TikTok will never take it down. You know why? Because they anti-Semitic, man. Right. You understand? Read that when you got it. And on top of that, they don't fit they call themselves the Jews, they call themselves Jewish, they don't fit no curses in the Bible. And the Bible say, no matter where you go, these gifts and these curses gonna follow you, no matter what land you in. No matter what country you in. And guess what? The oppressor, they don't fit these curses in the Bible. That's how we know they're imposters. Read it when you got it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 15 and verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
Man, this is God talking to Abraham. And he told Abraham, know for a surety, for a fact, this is going to happen. Your seed going to be slaves in another land that's not theirs. Keep reading.
Come with God. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
How long black people been in America?
400 years.
How long we been slaves here?
400 years.
Man, our slavery is depicted in the Bible, man. Our slavery was a prophecy in the Bible.
Right.
God told Abraham this.
Right.
He said your seed was going to go into slavery for 400 years in a land that don't belong to them, man. But guess what? The Jewish man don't fit this.
Right.
The Jewish man don't fit this prophecy. You know who do fit it? Black people in America.
Right.
Black people in America fit this prophecy.
Right.
We've been slaves under these devils for the last 400 years. The Jewish man wasn't slaves under anybody. Okay, you want to talk about the Holocaust? 7 million Jewish people got killed in the Holocaust? Okay, I understand. And it was horrible what was done to them. But guess what? 100 million black people died in America, man.
Right.
Just
Right.
on the way over here. You know what I'm saying? But you can't feel sorry about that, though. 77 million Native American Indians died from Christopher Columbus and the conquistadors, man.
Right. Right.
But nobody want to talk about that, though. But everybody want to talk about the Jewish man. You understand? Yeah, the Jewish people, they're allowed to hate Hitler, man. Everybody want to talk about that. But Lord forbid, black people say, you know what? We need to separate from our oppressor. You understand? Because guess what? Jewish people funded the slave trade.
Right. Right.
Everybody want to talk about them being victims. They funded the slave trade. They financed the slave trade. You understand? But nobody want to talk about that. If you talk about that, they're gonna say you anti-Semitic, man. That's just another term for saying don't speak about the truth. Don't bring the truth out. You understand? Keep reading, Baba Kashab. Is he more on that?
That was it.
Read it from the top one more time.
Kamakai. The book of Genesis, chapter 15, and verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
Man, black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we strangers in this land. You understand? It said we gonna be for how long?
And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
When did this happen to the Jewish people? They don't fit they say they follow the Bible and they're the people of the Bible. When have the Jewish people ever been slaves to anybody for 400 years? It never happened. But you know who it did happen to? It happened to so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. That's who it did happen to. That's how you know we the children of God. That's how you know we the real priests and prophets and the chosen people of God. Because that happened to us. It didn't happen to the Jewish man.
Right.
Those people that call themselves the Jews, they are imposters, man.
Right.
They are not the chosen people of God. You understand? With that being said, let me get Deuteronomy 28:68. And I'm going to show you when it happened.
Right.
I'm going to show you when us going into slavery happened. You understand? When you read Deuteronomy, it tell you all the curses that was going to happen to the children of Israel if they disobeyed God. That it didn't happen to the Jewish man. The Jewish man owned the diamond district. The Jewish man owned what? The Disney. They own all the news channels. They own everything. You understand? Black people don't own nothing, man. And we're going to get into that in a second. Read that when you got it, Baba Kashab.
Kamakai. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What the Bible say the Lord was going to bring us into Egypt again with ships. This is not the first time we've been in slavery. This is not the first time we've been oppressed by somebody for 400 years. You understand? We also was oppressed by the Egyptians for 400 years. Black people got to America in 1619. It's not the first time this happened. What did it say? Read it again.
Kamakai. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord said you will go back into Egypt again, but this time you will go back into slavery with ships. How did black people get to America? It said with what? With ships.
Right.
That's how we got to America. And guess what? This was a prophecy that was going to happen to the children of Israel for being disobedient to God.
Right.
We got to America on slave ships, man.
We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb. A gun die or die. Yeah, Easy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors.